Donald Trump's victory in Wisconsin stood up to scrutiny. The final results of the Wisconsin recount are now confirmed. Trump not only maintained his win, he picked up an extra 162 votes in the process. The statewide presidential recount shows he defeated Hillary Clinton by more than 22,000 votes. Officials recounted ballots from nearly 3 million voters from November 8th's election. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has found no evidence that any of its voting machines were hacked during the election. Without any evidence to back it up, Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein tried to suggest that voting machines may have been hacked. Last Friday, Stein filed a petition to have a state recount on the sole grounds that data experts believe there may have been a cyber attack. They have no evidence but contend that Clinton performed better there where there was paper ballots rather than those electronic ones. Stein raised nearly $7 million to fund the recount efforts in 3 battleground states where Trump scored upsets and won the presidency. Those states are Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. After all of her efforts, there's still no reason to suspect voting machines were hacked. A judge shut down the recount in Pennsylvania, a state where Stein got less than 1% of the vote. Stein argued that many Pennsylvania districts use electronic voting machines with no paper trail, which makes them vulnerable to hacking. The Pennsylvania judge noted that voting machines were not connected to the internet and could not possibly be accessible to outside hackers. Trump won Pennsylvania by more than 44,000 votes and Michigan by more than 10,000. All 50 states reported a clean and fair election. There wasn't a single credible report of hacking at the ballot box or in any one precinct or polling place anywhere in the country. Trump took to Twitter to celebrate the recount result, saying the final Wisconsin vote is in, and guess what? We just picked up an additional 131 votes. The Dems and Green Party can now rest. Scam. Trump actually picked up even more votes than he first thought.
Bottom line is that there was a net change. The president-elect, Donald Trump, has 162 more votes than original.
I think it's unfortunate that it really didn't have to happen. My personal view is that this is really a part of a scam pact that allowed Jill Stein and the Green Party to raise more money at the expense of our volunteers and clerks at the local and county level.
Anthony Zurcher from the BBC points out that, like the Green Party bid for recounts in those 3 key swing states, the alleged CIA report could be viewed as undermining the legitimacy of Trump's victory. He says, never mind that the recounts were extremely unlikely to change the election results or that Russian hacking is well down the list of factors that contributed to Clinton's defeat during the campaign. The Clinton team tried hard to question the authenticity of the embarrassing emails posted to WikiLeaks, even circulating a phony news story written by staunch Clinton supporter Kirk Eitenwald. The Newsweek reporter made up fake news that MSNBC later spread, claiming Russian hackers actually altered or edited material inside the emails to make Clinton look bad. Not only was that claim quickly refuted by fact-checkers, not one shred of evidence has emerged proving any one of those WikiLeaks emails were forged or altered. Somehow Eichenwald still has a job with Newsweek, and as recently as Tuesday morning, MSNBC was still putting him on the air to launch attacks at Donald Trump. The fact is, Russia didn't write those emails, even though Clinton supporter and still employed journalist Kurt Eichenwald claims they did. If Russia did hack the DNC or John Podesta's emails, the CIA still doesn't have any proof, or at least they haven't shown any, that the Russians were the ones who gave them the WikiLeaks. So many Newsweek readers are now accusing Eichenwald of peddling fake news. He's taking to Twitter to threaten to block them. He says, I'm blocking all who call news they don't like fake news. He says fake news is garbage put out by people who know it's false for clicks to make money.